UK court allows Nirav Modi to appeal against extradition to India on mental health grounds. Justice Martin Chamberlain delivered his verdict remotely under COVID-19 rules to conclude the arguments presented by Nirav Modi's legal team concerning his severe depression and high risk of suicide were arguable at a substantial hearing. Nirav Modi has been declared a fugitive economic offender in 2019. He is currently contesting extradition proceedings in UK. A High Court judge in London on Monday granted fugitive diamond merchant Nirav Modi permission to appeal against a magistrate court order in a favor of extradition to India to face charges of fraud and money laundering before the Indian courts on mental health and human rights grounds. Justice Martin Chamberlain delivered his verdict remotely under COVID-19 rules to conclude that the arguments presented by the 50-year-old diamond merchant's legal team concerning his severe depression and high risk of suicide were arguable at substantial hearing. He also noted that the adequacy of the measures capable of preventing successful suicide attempts at Order Road Jail in Mumbai, where Nirav Modi is to be detained upon extradition, also fall within the arguable ambit. At this stage, the question for me is simply whether the appellant's case on these grounds reasonably arguable. In my judgment, it is. I will grant permission to appeal on grounds 3 and 4, Justice Chamberlain's ruling notes. Grounds 3 and 4 relate to Article 3 of the European Convention of Human Rights, or the rights to life, liberty and security, and Section 91 of the UK's Criminal Justice Act 2003 related to fitness to plead. The judge noted that the arguments made under both grounds overlaps in this case, as they both rely principally on the appellant Nirav Modi's mental ill health. I will not restrict the basis on which those grounds can be argued, though it seems to me that there should be a particular focus on whether the judge was wrong to reach the conclusion he did. Given the evidence as to the severity of the appellant's depression, the high risk of suicide, and the adequacy of any measures capable of preventing successful suicide attempts in Arthur Road Prison, the ruling notes. The permission to appeal on all other grounds was declined, and the case will now proceed for a substantive hearing before the High Court in London under grounds 3 and 4. The diamond merchant wanted in India to face charges of fraud and money laundering in the estimated $2 billion Punjab National Bank scam case. Meanwhile, remains at Wandsworth Prison in southwest London. Nirav Modi is the subject of 2 sets of criminal proceedings, with the CBI case relating to a large-scale fraud upon Punjab National Bank through the fraudulent obtaining of letters of undertaking or loan agreements, and the Enforcement Directorate case relating to the laundering of the proceeds of that fraud. He also faces 2 additional charges of causing the disappearance of evidence and intimidating witnesses, or criminal intimidation to cause death, which were added to the CBI case. Thank you.